Hey, it's Dirty Thursday, everybody. Welcome to GFBS, Grand Forks' best source. Other half of the Bullring Boys, Chad Hoff, is back in the studio today, along with one of the NOSA competition directors, Amanda Jo Enright. They'll be joining us here in just a couple of minutes. Our show today is brought to you by Healing Tree. Check out the grand opening and ribbon cutting on Thursday at Healing Tree Integrative Health Clinic at 2520 South Washington. Reduce stress, boost your immune system with free treatments and treats that taste great. Or try a wellness shot, the healthiest shot you'll ever taste. If you've ever wanted to try acupuncture, stop in for a free demo and feel for yourself. It does not hurt one bit. Stop in Thursday from 4 to 6. Register for a free membership valued at over $400. Get 4 treatments at special rates throughout the entire year. You know what? Get the support you need to treat everything from anxiety to acne, the common cold, to cancer symptoms and pain. Schedule today and get faster, sustained relief. Heal better and feel better at Healing Tree Integrative Health Clinic. Schedule online at healingtree.clinic or call 701-757-HEAL. That is 701-757-4325. Well, here we are back on a Dirty Thursday. Amanda Jo Enright, Chad Hoff in the studio. But first, before we get to them, it is time for our daily segment, Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Chuck Norris once had a race with time. Chuck Norris once had a race with time. Who won, you ask? Well, time is still running, isn't it? That one wasn't so bad, was it?
I love Chuck Norris jokes, and I haven't heard that one yet. That's a classic. That's a good one. That'll go. I could do Chuck Norris jokes all day.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
that is sweet.
Hey, for once, Paul, the producer, liked one of my jokes that my neighbor tells me.
I got a good one, though. I want to add to that.
Okay. Oh, you want to add?
Yeah, Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups.
Okay.
He pushes the earth down.
Oh, gee. Yeah, like you said, we could go all day with Chuck Norris jokes.
Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah. Chad Hoff.
Hey, buddy.
Other half of the Bullring Boys, welcome back.
Thanks, big guy.
Your surgery was a success, I take it?
I got my augmentations done, and I feel really good today. It's probably one of my better days I've had, so I'm just glad to get back to normalcy here and get back to the show and back to work. It's been good.
Did they have weight restrictions, how much you can lift or what you're supposed to do or not supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm not supposed to bend, twist. If anybody, augmentation. I had back surgery done August 3rd. They don't want me bending or twisting. I can't lift anything over 5 pounds yet.
Okay.
So I just got to be careful of stairs and stuff like that. But
okay, so a pounder is the biggest thing you can drink then without
I think that would enjoy
the risk
of
injuring yourself again.
Right.
I'm just glad you're back. And speaking of that, ran into Mark Dobmeyer last night at the go-kart track.
Yeah.
Took his back brace off.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, oh, boy, does this feel good? And I go, are you supposed to be doing that? He goes, yeah, he told me I could do it once in a while.
Once in a while.
So good to have him back.
That's awesome, Mark.
And actually, we'll talk about Mark a little bit later on. Let's see, Amanda Jo Enright, welcome. First timer on the show. How are you? Good. Get up nice and close. There you go. I'll turn you up.
Let's just do this.
I forgot I have a volume control over here, too.
It's not the first time. She was our first winner. And
we interviewed her out in the hallway, I think, is what we did.
For being a premium subscriber, I believe.
That's right.
There we go.
And she's got our sticker on some of her stuff, too, so that's good. So when you say competition director, Amanda, what does that mean? What do you do?
What don't I do?
Okay, well, I know, because, I see you running around, and you are busy, but what does a competition director have to do? Because with NOSA, Northern Outlaw Sprint Association, there are many things that go on behind the scenes. And, well, what would a competition director, what is your typical Friday like, for example?
A typical Friday. Usually text Steven
okay.
at the beginning of the day.
Try to get him up before 1 or 2 p.m.?
Yeah, he's pretty good about responding before then, but Fridays he seems to get up earlier and get going. I'll usually text him and see what time he's heading to the track so we can kind of coordinate, be there at the same time. Usually it's about 5 we get there, the two of us, and we meet up and kind of go over how the night's going to look because on a typical Friday night we have our 4 classes, but then some nights we add another class so then things may change up a little bit for us. We kind of look at how many cars we have, if we have any new cars, so we have to check them over, tech and whatnot, make sure they're safe to race with us. We got a whole checklist we go through for that. Typically I do that. Steven communicates with the track to figure out qualifying order because we do our pill draw cutoff is 5:45.
Yep.
And then he gets that all lined up for qualifying, if we're qualifying for the night. And then we split off and figure out who's going to be in the first hot lap session, who's going to be in the second hot lap session, and go. We kind of split down the cars. If we have 20 cars, we go down the middle, and he goes one half, I go the other half. Tell the drivers what's hot lap session they're going to be in, and tell them where they're qualifying for the night, so they have that information. Then we get usually with Donnie Moocher and let him know who's going to be qualifying where, so he knows what cars to direct onto the track and whatnot. Once we get through hot laps and qualifying, it kind of slows down a little bit, because then we have to set up our heats for the night, which goes by qualifying. Communicate that off to the drivers, what heat they're gonna be in and where they're starting and all that. Get through heats. Once we get through heats, we do the top 8 in passing points and finishes for the heats for the pill draw. And that's when we put that list together. And Steven puts it all together, because he's phenomenal at figuring all that out. I have no idea how he does it. He gets it off to me. I send it off to the rest of the board, and I come up and go tell the top 8 drivers who's gonna be 1 through 8 where they're polling, and then we get them corralled up to the front and go see Chad. Kind of let him know who's doing what.
Come visit.
Visit for a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's just if you're running on a Friday. What about these like 3-day in a row shows? Man, that's got to be hard on a person.
Those we actually start our what Stephen and I say, putting our ducks, getting them in line there. You'll see us on Facebook and whatnot. We kind of put memes on each other's pages about getting our ducks in a row. We start that usually on Mondays. Monday, Tuesday, we kind of do like a rundown of like the order of events with the tracks. We will communicate with the track ahead of time. Like with Mandan, we started on a Monday night, called the track with questions we had as far as like the order of events, where we're going to be, what kind of track prep, that kind of stuff like that. And then we write up an order of events so that we can hand it off to our drivers.
Sure.
So we usually email it off probably Wednesday, Thursday to them, so they know what to expect, so they don't have to come to Stephen and I ask the same, 20 questions, the same question 20 times from 20 different drivers. They just can refer to their sheet. That takes a little bit of time, but we kind of got it down to a science now, and between the two of us, we both have pretty good communication with the tracks already, because we've been, in racing for decades.
Right.
Stephen more than me, but he's worked at like every track.
Yeah, his home track, you don't even know what his home track is.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know he had a home. I asked him the other night in Devil's Lake. I said, "Where do you live anyway?" And he goes, East Side.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you lived in a motel or something. I wasn't sure.
He's just a traveling Jesus.
Yeah.
That is.
By the way, if any of you people have any questions out there, feel free to call us up or text us. Our number is 701-213-0863. Again, that's 213-0863. Amanda Jo, if there's a beef between drivers, do they come to you and the other competition directors? Is it like a NASCAR thing where you have to have a meeting in the trailer or the hauler or anything?
It is a good question. Well, Stephen and I have gotten pretty good about watching the races, and we can kind of tell who's going to go after who after the race. You can kind of see them get out of the car and what direction they're going to go. So we're pretty good at heading off the drivers before they can get to each other, because I really don't want to see them lose out on a night because they're fighting over something.
Right.
In the spur of the moment type thing. So we've been pretty good about intervening. For the most part, this NOSA group, and when I work with Minn Kota Lightning Sprints, they're pretty good about keeping away from each other.
I think every class, when you look at it, has their moments. You would say. When you had that interview with Jory Berg, he said how your B mods they all race together. It's a good race family.
Yep.
And they get into each other or have a wreck, and then right away they're mad, but at the end of it they go talk and everything's good. I think you see that all over racing wise for us. That I haven't seen any big NASCAR pileups or guy tackling a guy in the infield. I haven't seen any of that yet.
So you haven't had to get in between anybody and try to split them up, or has that happened?
Oh boy.
No, not quite. Like I said, I'm pretty good about heading them off before they get into each other.
I would think that having a lady would tend to break that up a little bit quicker than, say, if a guy came in there and tried to break them up.
Yeah.
I just,
I wouldn't be very good at that.
No.
I quit being up and just, you know what I mean? You probably have a voice of reason when Amanda comes around.
That's what I mean.
And you have one of, like, if you and I were doing that, we'd be throwing guys back.
Yelling as much as they were. And, the thing is, and I think we brought this up, I wonder if it was with Wade and Brendan, but, if you mess up fess up. You know, if you mess up, don't come up with an excuse, because other race car drivers hate that.
Right.
Mistakes happen, things happen, guys get wrecked, cars get wadded up. It maybe doesn't really take the sting away, but if you mess up and you know it, go to the driver, apologize, say, hey, man, that was all me. Mm-hmm. I didn't mean to. Believe me, I didn't mean to, but it was all me. Don't try to make up an excuse. Just live to race another day.
Yeah, 100%. We talked about that too with Wade, and then we asked about, and he told us, he goes, yeah, it's just easier to fess up. We talked about him getting in with Jordan Adams at Devil's Lake, and Wade got out of his car and went over and was like, yeah, my bad, I'm sorry. And of course, obviously there was tension, but Wade fessed up right away, and Wade knew right away that he was disqualified.
Yeah, when I got on the track to him, he was like, I know.
Yeah, he knows. But he wanted to make sure, because he saw what happened in front of him, like, hey, is Jordan okay? My bad, I messed up, but is he okay?
Right.
And then he just sat in his car and got pushed back to the pits. I mean, that's kind of the way, and I agree with you, John, 100%. I think you were the same way, too, when you raced. If something happened, be it snowmobiles or enduro races, you'd be like, yeah, that's my bad.
If you mess up, you fess up.
Right.
Amanda Jo, have you always been involved with racing your whole life, or how'd you get started with this whole big mess that you're involved with now?
It actually started when I was like 5. My dad used to kind of hang out with Bob Martin, so he's kind of the reason I got into racing, and I kind of had a moment with him at the NOSA banquet this year and let him know that if it wasn't for him and his race car and being friends with my dad, I probably wouldn't be in racing. My mom would take us, because my dad worked on cars and whatnot, so my mom would take us to the racetrack, and I was the only, it was me and my sister Candace. Yeah, Candace was like 3, I think. And she'd sit us right there in the stands, and that's when you could bring in your own cooler of beer and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. Sit us in the main grandstands there, and I was just at awe about it. But prior to that, my mom would also we lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and my mom would take me to drag racing there.
Oh, sure.
Baja races, dirt track racing.
So racing runs in pretty much your whole family then?
My mom, mainly.
Yep.
My mom's big into racing. She's actually coming to the World of Outlaws with me tomorrow. I'm kind of excited about that.
Oh, good. Where does she live?
Right here in Grand Forks.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
And then when did you decide you wanted to be more involved with this?
Well, a couple of years ago when Paula, my best friend Paula, was really, really getting into the thick of competition director, I'd kind of go on the road with her and just kind of help her out here and there, because it's a tough job. And then she kind of took a break and took a step back this season, and she's on the fire crew there at River Cities now. Stick around home. I went to the NOSA meeting in January, and I kind of knew there was going to be an opening, and I heard Steven was going to be part of it, and I'm like, I've known Steven my whole life. We went to high school and stuff together, and I'm like, if he's going to do this, I think I can do this.
Okay.
And I had a lot of support from the drivers and whatnot, so.
Yeah, and shout out to Paula. Saw her last night at the go-kart track, working the infield. When you say giving a shout out to Steven, who are the other 2 competition directors?
Well, it's 3 of us. It's me, Steven Young, and then Aaron Benson. Aaron, he works a lot with farming and whatnot, but when he's there, it's magnificent to have all 3 of us share the work.
Yeah. Does it happen very often? Were you all 3 there?
I think we've had a handful of races. I haven't missed one. Steven's only missed one, and Aaron's probably been about 5 or 6 of them now.
Okay.
And the only reason why Steven missed one, because he was in Devil's Lake with me when you were in Fargo.
That was
I remember the texting going back and forth.
Yeah,
he did my lineups for me.
Yeah, I did your lines for you. He did the NOSA lineups in Devil's Lake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
while they were racing and we were racing.
If anybody could do it, it's Steven. And I get a kick out of him up at Devil's Lake, He'll go through a piece of paper and just whips it. He'll go through another piece of paper, just whips it.
Yeah.
Chucking paper all over the place. Speaking of Devil's Lake, they're going to be running Saturday. Let's see. They got the Pure Stocks, Wissota Street Stocks, Wissota Midwest Mods. The Western Renegade Non-Wing Sprints are there tonight. Big night. Norman County Raceway, NLRA late models going to be there. They got the IMCA Modifieds, Stock Cars, Sport Mods, Hobby Stocks, Wissota Mods. And the Legend cars are going to be there. And then, of course, tomorrow night, River City Speedway, World of Outlaw Sprint cars and the NLRA late models. We already got robbed of 2 World of Outlaw sprint car races. Hopefully, this is going to make up for all of it.
Gosh, you hope so, and you hope that everything goes well. And you get a little scared. I get a little scared of the same fact, because we know what kind of county we live in and how everything's kind of spiking. Our numbers in the past couple weeks have kind of been going up. You kind of get I wait and let's see what happens. It's got to happen. I mean, come on, we're this close. The racers are here. I mean, their haulers are here.
Oh yeah, they've been off all week.
Yeah.
So
and you have the World of Outlaw merchandise trailer is already here. That showed up
He's
on
been
Monday.
here since Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, so
you've been looking too.
100%. Because this is the race. I mean, this is the big deal here. This is what everybody kind of hopes for during the day. Not only because we get to see sprint cars every week. Don't get me wrong with that.
Right.
But now we get to see our guys go up against the best in the world.
Yes.
And one night. And we can see how they, and I look forward to that. Jade Hastings, I look forward to see what he could do at the bull ring with that. You know, Mark Dahmer, Soren and Swindell in his car.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about that too in a minute. Yep.
I just,
it's funny because I'd actually, we were going to have Johnny Gibson was going to be on the show today, but he ran into some problems. So it was a last minute cancellation. And thank you very much, Amanda Joe, for coming in on short notice. But so I thought, you know what? Let's get Dobmeyer in here too. And he had said, well, I don't think I can because of scheduling conflicts. But he goes, oh, by the way, Buffalo Wild Wings Sprint Cars is going to be running in Grand Forks on Friday and Fargo on Saturday. And I'm like, really? So who's going to be driving that one? You know? And he's like, Sammy Swindell. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How the heck did you get Sammy Swindell? But I said, well, kind of a long story, but he's going down to Fargo to pick him up this afternoon. So
that's awesome. And then they'll both be at Buffalo Wild Wings tomorrow, noon to 2.
Yep. And we're going to try to swing by there tomorrow, hopefully between noon and 1 for a little while.
That'd be awesome, you guys.
Maybe talk to these guys a little bit, get some footage, but it's going to be awesome to see the Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm assuming he's going to drive number 13. I don't think they would change that. But,
I don't think so.
So that'll be good. Rumors of COVID. I know some of the guys are being tested. Hopefully everything comes out good over there.
Yes.
I do believe they sent one team home. So hopefully that doesn't affect anybody else. I want to talk a little bit about the Minn Kota Lightning sprints. I've seen them more this year than I have got to see them ever. And I love them. I mean, I absolutely love the Lightning sprints. And you are heavily involved with the Lightning sprints too.
And quick shout out to Jason Berg. First victory in Devil's Lake. It's his first win ever,
and it's
Lightning Sprint
because we gave him the good juju.
Not first win.
No, he won at Buffalo River, and I think he's running Fargo before too.
Oh, okay, so it's his first win this year.
Yep,
at Devil's Lake.
Yes.
Okay, but that is pretty phenomenal. Shout out to him, the old 100 machine.
And if you would have seen in that heat race, I think it was a heat race where he got smoked right at the end there on the last lap, coming around the last corner. Bent his car up a little bit. They got it back together. He said it's still bent. He was talking to me afterwards, but geez, it ran perfect.
Yeah,
and he ran a really good race.
Where was he on Thursday?
He was here. That's what I'm saying. We had the good juju for him. And it's
good juju.
It's funny because guys are starting to think that we're good luck here on Dirty Thursday because, we had Brendan Mullen.
Yeah.
He won, the next week.
Yeah.
In fact, team owner Grandpa Bob, texted me that night and said, you guys are good luck. He just won in Jamestown. And then, of course, Jason on Thursday. And he wins on Saturday. So, I don't know, maybe these guys should be begging us to come on the show.
No doubt. I feel bad because Brendan Mullen, that's his first victory in NOSA.
Yep.
At Jamestown.
In NOSA period, isn't it?
Yeah,
yes.
That's his first win.
So I always wanted to be the guy to do that first. It's always something big for the trackside announcer.
Absolutely.
To do the first interview for that first victory. Mm-hmm. I mean, the emotion and the family and everything, and to think that I had Jamestown got it. Good for Brendan.
Yep.
But damn it.
And we've said this time and time again. Most NOSA guys, when they get their first win, it's usually not at River City Speedway.
Right.
It is so hard to win at this racetrack, but you can name a handful of guys in their first time winning, and it's never here.
Right.
But, and I've said this before, too. I mean, I've interviewed Rusty Wallace, Ken Schrader, Swindell's, Kinzer's, Schatz's, all these guys. But I, too, would rather interview that first-time winner that's been going at it for a couple of years. You can see they're getting close, and you make one little mistake, and there goes your win, but those are always the most fun.
The emotional, too. I mean, you almost get involved with it and get emotional. And Bob Martin won last year. I was like, holy crap. This is big.
Yeah.
People need to be careful, too, because if there's a bounty out on them, if I put money down on that, they've all lost.
All right, anyway, back to
there we go, buzzkill.
Jeez, thanks. God.
Back to the Minn Kota Lightning sprints. way more races this year than I think ever before. Mm-hmm. How many times have they been on the track this year? Do you even know?
I do their points, and I'm I'm their competition director too. I think got to be upwards of 20 races now.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
Who's leading the points, by the way?
Kelsey Peterson.
She is, huh?
6 points over Dexter.
Oh, wow.
And then she's got, I think, 8 points over Alan Trzynski. It's
Okay.
The top four are really close.
Okay.
When you look at those top 4 cars, I think Alex is in there too, is he not?
Yeah,
Alex got
Alex dropped back a little bit. Jason Berg moved up into 4th now,
Mm-hmm.
and Alex dropped back to 5th because he had to miss a race due to a wedding.
Okay. So you have Alan, and you have Kelsey, and then you have Dexter. You see those 3 battling
all the time.
every time.
Every
Yep.
time.
And then now you bring in Jason Berg, who's gotten on a hot streak here. Hopefully his car's okay with that bent frame on it, but hopefully get that back. You got 4 good drivers there that are just going to be fun to watch.
And they are fun to watch. I mean, if they can keep the momentum going around the track, I mean, their lap times are similar to some really big, faster cars.
Right.
It's just the whole thing of it takes a while to get up to speed. And if they could keep that speed, I mean, they haul. Yeah. And the thing is, if you wad up a bunch of cars, it takes a couple of guys to go out there and flip them over, and you don't have to get all the wreckers and all that stuff out there.
Unless they hit the water barrel.
Well, yeah, unless they hit the water barrel. Wow, that was something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was big. I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah. Minn Kota Lightning Sprints, how many races do they have left this year? Do you know?
I actually have notes on that. We have 8 races left there. They have a doubleheader this weekend with Fargo tomorrow night and then Greenbush. And then they have the following weekend, they're Greenbush, and they're heading out to Cheyenne Speedway on Sunday night next weekend. And then they have...
that's going to be awesome. That's in Lisbon. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're 2 nights in a row in Greenbush over the holiday. And then they finish up the season, the 18th and 19th at River Cities, and then Devil's Lake is their last race.
Wow. What a long season. Speaking of Kelsey Peterson, I've been trying all year to get all 3 of the Petersons on the show.
Right.
All 3. But it's hard. Joey now, he's got the beet harvest going on now with the pre-pile and all that stuff, and he's awfully busy. Same question I ask everybody when they're on the show for the first time, Amanda Jo. Your favorite race you've ever seen? Best race, favorite race, and for what reason, if you can think of it? I mean, to me, it's hard to figure that out.
Tough.
Actually, it's pretty recent. Being on the other side of things, I've always kind of been in the pits and whatnot, but being competition director, I kind of get to see a different side of the drivers and whatnot. I want to say night 2 in Mandan a couple weeks ago when Bob Martin pulled off that second place the night before, and then he got first, which he instantly knew he was going to be the winner of the Governor's Cup.
Yep.
We're calling him the governor now. By
The governor.
The governor. when he pulled across the scale, the amount of emotion was phenomenal, and that's the guy I've been watching for 30 years.
Oh yeah,
race.
yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And he just looks at me. He's like, "That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you do." And I'm like, "Why are you thanking me? You're the one racing. You did all this."
That's the man that's not afraid of a hug right there.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
yeah.
I love that guy.
Sweaty tank top hug.
Yeah. I didn't care. That was awesome.
And then to see all of his family come up.
Yeah.
And then say, "Give me a bush latte."
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few of those.
And
few of those.
Speaking of Bobby Martin, I've got a picture for you, Bobby, that I need you to autograph. And thanks to Bob Dusso at Dusso Photography, he's been hooking us up with a lot of this artwork, and he brought out a whole bunch more pictures here recently, just in the last couple of days.
I like that
trying
one.
to get
That's
that's
nice.
that metallic one of Dobmeyer. But we're
got
trying
that
to
in my
get
office.
everybody that's been on the show. We're trying to get their pictures on the wall and autographs. So hopefully, by next year, this studio is going to be full.
Packed.
Amanda Jo, do you have a favorite driver?
Oh,
That's a tough question.
you can lie about it too, in case you don't want.
I'm gonna have to say it's Bob Martin.
Mm-hmm.
He's been my favorite for years.
Yeah.
And then there's a few that obviously I'm pretty close to. I mean, Jade. It's been a big part of our life for the last 6 years. My husband worked on his crew for the last.
I think your kids are pretty much in love with him too, aren't they?
Oh, my son will tell you that's his best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Hallie, she's kind of funny with him. When we first started hanging around him, she was like 4 years old, and she wouldn't even come within 10 feet of him. I remember his high school graduation. She tells me, "Mom, I got to go shopping." I said, "What do you go shopping for?" "I got to buy a new dress. It's Jade's graduation party. I got to look nice,
Wow.
And of course, to go to graduation, wouldn't go near him.
Yeah.
And then by the time she turned 6 or 7, now she's, over boys and.
Well, with what you do with racing, what do you do for a living, and how do you find the time?
What do I do for a living?
I mean, when Chad said, "Hey, let's see if Amanda Joe will come on the show this morning," because this was, like I said, such short notice. And I've been on the phone since 6 o'clock this morning trying to figure out what the hell we were going to do about today's show. But everybody works.
Hey, call me and I was still sleeping.
Yeah. He didn't even bother. I had to call him back again. But what do you do for a living?
I'm a pharmacy technician. I basically work out at our South Campus. We have the main hospital, and then we have one out on South Washington. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a surgery center.
Yep.
So I work there in that surgery. It's me and one pharmacist there all day. My shift is 5 a.m. to 1:30 every day. I take care of getting medications made for, like IV medications made for surgery if you're going into surgery. So
you're like the concoction mixer person.
That's why I threw up.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
She mixed you a hot load there, right? Chad.
Yeah.
And how did you find time to get here today then?
It was actually a pretty slow day out at the pharmacy, so I just kind of told my boss, I'm like, hey, I'm going to take 2 hours at lunch and go do this podcast.
Oh, wow.
Your boss that nice to you?
Hell no, he's an asshole. That's me. I'm sorry.
We got a question from a caller saying, Amanda, what's new for Amanda? What's your ultimate goal in the racing world?
My ultimate goal? I know I kind of like the writing aspect of things. I have a lot of fun doing that.
Talk about that. What do? You have a Facebook page on there.
Yeah, it's Living the Dirt Life with Amanda. I kind of started it 3 years ago randomly on our way to Jamestown with NOSA. I'm like, this would be kind of fun to share what it's like to be on the road with this group. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens and it's fun and people don't know what happens behind the scenes. They just kind of think, they just go out on the track and race. No,
sure.
There's a lot of prep work and whatnot.
And that's one thing we try to hit on here at GFBS and that's the reason we have you here today too, is kind of behind the scenes,
right.
And not just race car drivers. There's so much more to putting on a race and putting on a good show. But the stuff you're writing, has any of it been in any magazines or anything? Because I know it's good because I read it.
No, not yet. I've been featured in a magazine, actually, the International Women's Motorsport Association magazine.
Wow.
Kind of like for that was before I started doing competition stuff, but it kind of just like was about my writing and what I do in racing and my raising a family at the track. And, at that point I was making meals every race night for the Hastings crew, and because my husband's there and my kids are there, I might as well feed everybody.
Sure.
It's a lot cheaper to make a crock pot meal than it is to feed 10
guys
at the track.
That's a good idea.
Heck yeah.
Why's the generator running? Amanda's cooking again.
Then shut up. Don't talk to
her. Getting back to
that's just if you want.
Oh, okay.
There's some people commenting. Jory also commented he really likes your sweater that you're wearing.
Oh, it's his newest one.
And I can't remember who it was, but somebody was
Jory, I want a sticker.
How you get one of those?
How do you get one of those?
You just find Jory.
You got to find Jory on Facebook or Boxcar Brand on Facebook, and then you can get all your merchandise off Facebook there.
Yeah,
stickers and everything.
Oh, and they also got those awesome new scent things for your car.
I've got one in my truck.
Yeah. Jory Sex Panther. I love that guy.
Jory Exotic.
Jory Exotic, and I called Jory in to autograph his picture, and I didn't even realize it was his dad's car, but he has driven it. So I'm waiting for a new Jory Berg picture to come in so we can have him re-autograph that one. Let's get back to Sammy Swindell driving the Buffalo Wild Wings NOSA Sprint car tomorrow, the number 13 car, of course, normally driven by Mark Dobmeyer. Sammy, boy, it's been a while since he's been up here, but they'll be at Buffalo Wild Wings, so there's your plug, B-Dubs. Tomorrow afternoon, they'll be signing autographs, selling merchandise. We're going to show up for a while.
And free pictures, too. Some photography put on there. He's going to give out free pictures if you want to sign. That's pretty cool. He does so much for racing behind the scenes.
And his pictures are incredible.
I have that
really
exact
nice.
one at my office. It's phenomenal. We did that for Dobmeyer's benefit thing with him. No, I think it's going to be a great thing. I think it's awesome when Swindell comes, because when he was in Knoxville, his interview was like telling the young bucks that he's coming for him. That shows how much energy he still has to race.
And he doesn't really pick a sanctioning body to run with. He just kind of one of those outlaw kind of guys where you just, I'll go here this week and maybe I'll go there next week, and just kind of jump around ASCS, whatever, World of Outlaws, just so many different sanctioning bodies that he jumps in with. But always a good draw when Sammy's in the house.
Well, you have Sammy, then you might have possibly Kyle Larson.
That would be cool to have Kyle Larson here.
Yeah.
I still think he kind of got the raw end of the deal there at NASCAR, but I know all the dirt track guys around the country want him back in NASCAR because ever since he's set his seat down in a sprint car or a midget car, or
he's won.
He's winning.
Yeah,
I mean, he's winning all the time.
I think the stats are 70 races, 34 wins, or something on that stature. I mean, he's pretty much been a dominant scene in the sprint car world ever since he had just a full-time sprint car. So, and then this past week, he's testing a late model. So that threw everything all for a loop. Like, oh man, knowing what's coming, he could have 2.
All right, let's see if this is a crank call or not. Hi, you're on GFBS.
John Roberts, it's Jason Berg. How are you?
I'm good, man. I was just reading your texts, and all of a sudden, there you are.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's nice to see you in Victory Lane and Devil's Lake, and I just want to tell you have a great guest. Amanda does such a fabulous job.
Well, she does, and I know you're a little bit involved with that whole Minn Kota Lightning Sprint thing too. But that was a hell of a race on Saturday, by the way.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun. Cody and I raced hard and clean, and he pulled a slide job on me, and I was able to get right back underneath him, and we were both pretty excited about a good run.
Hey, did you make it back to Fargo that night?
I did. It was a little late though.
You did.
I had a few Bud Lights and definitely some mac and cheese bites.
Oh yeah, Mr. Mac and Cheese Bites.
Cheese guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's how I introduced him in Victory Lane on Saturday night.
That's awesome.
I got the monkey off the back, so now hopefully I can get a chance to visit Chad in Victory Lane at River Cities and get that monkey off my back.
Can't wait, buddy. Can't wait.
That's been a tough track for me.
Yeah, you don't have the best luck on that track, do you?
No, the first 2 years I think I threw a chain every time I was there. I said, I don't know, I could be running first or second, and it was a guarantee that by lap 6 I'd probably throw a chain. So it was just one of them things. But
have you thrown any chains this year?
No.
So you figured something out.
We figured something out. We had some other problems, self-induced, plus just trying new things and learning. And actually, I used to be content running, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever, and then you have a good year like last year, and you actually get kind of pissed off when you're not winning anymore.
Well, yeah.
And it's awesome to know that you do really good, Jason, for how late you started in the racing scene. What's even great about it is that every answer you're putting out so far today, Amanda's over here shaking her head. No, he didn't have good luck there. And then, you found something fixed. Yeah, he did fix something with that. Yeah, she knows all over here. So
well, my husband works on his car.
Yeah.
After the what's that?
No, Amanda's she's been great. She'll sit in Devil's Lake, and while she's having a beverage and some mac and cheese bites or whatever they're having, she's already got our points sent to us before we even leave Devil's Lake. Every one of our Lightning Sprint group can pretty much look at their texts at 11 o'clock and be like, oh, wow, the updated points right after the race. I mean, she's on it.
Yeah.
The NOSA guys, and we're all lucky that she helps us out.
Yeah, it sounds like everybody really appreciates what she does. Hey, after you got into the little confrontation there, a little banging around in that heat race, you had mentioned the car was maybe a little bit bent, but it ran great. Did you have to do any major repairs after Saturday, or are you good to go?
Actually, it just bent the front axle a little bit, and Sean did a little adjusting on it after that, and it was a little difficult when we were running slow on the parade laps, but really it wasn't so bad when we were racing. I didn't feel it. I mean, there was, and it was no fault of Nolan or anybody the track was great. They had some rain. There was a couple little spots with our cars. It was a little bit rougher in bottom 1 and 2. But it kind of went through it. You just had to power through that stuff. I just had a great time. I always had fun there, but I just had been okay. So it was nice to do pretty well and get that first win. So, just a couple hours work in the shop this week. Marty and Kelly and Sean, we got it all done. And last night we wrapped it up, washed it up. We're ready for Fargo and Greenbush.
Awesome.
Hey, nice. Hey, Jason, good luck this weekend, man.
Go get him, buddy.
Thanks.
Hey.
Yep, and you guys have fun at the Outlaws. I'm jealous. I won't get to see them this year, but you guys have fun.
Hey, we will. Maybe I'll send you a picture.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks,
you,
man.
Bye.
There you go, Jason Berg. And I was just going to say something. Talking about Devil's Lake and the win. I tell you what, that track, I've been there 3 times this year.
Yeah.
All 3 nights were fantastic, close, really good racing. Nolan and Heather do a great job of getting that thing ready to go. I mean, we had all that rain on Friday.
Yeah.
And they still had that thing ready to go Saturday. Had a little bit of a dip on turn between 1 and 2, and Heather actually said that's where she fell on her butt. And she said she caused the dent in the track, but
she caused that by rolling over a 4-wheeler. Yeah, no. I tell you what, John, they do have an awesome thing going down there in Devil's Lake, and it's always competitive. Every time I've gone there this year. Shout out to Heather and Nolan, and thanks to Heather for checking in on me for my surgery. I appreciate that. Amanda checked on me, so thank you. Mike Witherall, all those guys checked in, so I thank you guys so much for checking on me. And John, of course, texting me all the time. So.
Yep.
I appreciate the support on that side of things, but no, they have an awesome crew down there, and Nolan and his dad work their butts off.
Yeah, they do.
On that track.
Mm-hmm. So. Jade Hastings also said that it's good to see you back from your mysterious surgery. So.
Thanks, Jade, buddy.
Zach Umdahl. Hey, Amanda, is that the sun coming out, or just you brightening my day up? Being a rookie, she makes things so much easier. Brian Dunn, Amanda's awesome. Heather, I think I better order another case of mac and cheese bites. The way plugs are coming out for mac and cheese bites might not be a bad idea.
It looked like we also had a texter that was asking about silent auction for Mark this Friday too.
We're going to talk about that. World of Outlaws is doing a silent auction for Mark. Some of the stuff's been posted online already. Johnson's little son did a sprint car that
Jax.
Yeah, Jax. He did something that looks just like kind of the best he could. Dobmeyer sprint car, really cool looking. I mean, just a cool little kid to do that. And then that's all for the World of Outlaws, all for Mark Dobmeyer. And as we know, Mark doesn't like this kind of thing.
No.
But it's really appreciative. I think that he appreciates everything and knows that he's thought of around the world right now because everybody saw what happened at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, and Mark Dobmeyer, he's got such good people around him.
Yes.
I mean, he is from the minute he was laying in that hospital bed, you knew that he was surrounded by great people, and everybody likes Mark. I mean, let's face it. Hi, Mark, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, boy. Anything else we need to talk about?
What else? Switch gears here. If you're watching and you have internet access, which you obviously do because you're watching, get on to Kraft Hockeyville and go vote East Grand Forks in.
Oh, yeah.
They are the 4 finalists for hockey upgrades, $150,000 for Kraft Hockeyville. Get on there. A little plug for East Grand Forks.
Yep. In fact, Reed Hunton will be on the show on Monday.
Yeah, let's
So we'll be
vote
talking
that
to him
in.
about that. Also, I want those 2 new boat ramps put in.
Yeah.
In East Grand Forks. Brett Anderson, Amanda, will you help out at the kart track too?
My husband already does. He's a flag man there.
Yeah. So you're already involved with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you like it or not,
Well,
you're there.
we were there last week, and Brady Johnson asked my kids if they wanted to do the flag, and Hudson's kind of.
Oh, I saw your daughter do it.
Yeah, Hal did it.
Yeah.
She had a blast doing the first.
When
heat.
you look at what you've done, what's as just a competition director, I know your favorite race, but what's your favorite moment of what you've done? Ooh. Lightning sprints or NOSA, your favorite moment, like, my God, this is why I do this.
It's kind of a collection of moments. I kind of was talking about the NOSA board director members about this one night when we had a meeting, like last week, I think it was. And I brought up how it's, for me, it's when those guys come across the scale, because that's when they have their rawest emotions. Because they just finished the race and it all unloads from them. So it's kind of like a collection of like, there's some really funny things that come out of their mouths when they come across the scale, depending on, if they're first or they wanted to be first and they weren't first, so they have some choice words for themselves. And I remember being at the World of Outlaw race for the late models in Fargo, and all the guys came across the scale and everything, and the scale guy goes to me and goes, well, that was quite the show. So they do say some really random things, and I do write out weight's down at the end of the night, because you'd be surprised, but that's like one of the number one questions I get after a race.
What do we weigh at the end of the race?
What did I weigh? Like weeks later, someone will be like, well, what did I weigh at this race? Like, so they can make adjustments and whatnot. So
Sure. And with the heat we've been experiencing lately, I would imagine some of that, they probably lose a pound or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe even more. I mean, I've read where NHL goalies have lost up to 10 pounds in a game. Imagine wearing that fire suit. And, NHL goalies are playing in a hockey rink where there's ice. Imagine being in that fire suit, especially if you've got the fireproof long underwear on underneath it.
Yeah.
And all the heat.
7-degree.
Yeah, and all the heat that's coming out of those motors that's directly in front of you. Boy, that's got to be warm.
Well, and if you empty the tank out, too, with gas.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
We've come close one race where I think Chris Ranton was like 1430 and the cutoff's 1400.
Wow.
So I don't. So he's usually my lightest car.
Yeah.
I think the best reaction, just talking to him the one time I had to during the race, Nick Ranton. I wonder what his saying was when he got weighed up when he won.
Oh, there was a lot of hooting and hollering for him. He was just like, I did it. He was pretty excited.
Yeah, and then it's too bad he had to leave town.
Yeah.
He was gone for a couple weeks because we tried to get him on the show the following week, but he was out in Montana or something.
Yeah. They were there for like 5
let's
weeks.
see here. Travis Strandell, Amanda is the best, does a great job, and makes it easy for us drivers. People love you.
I see that.
Yeah, and I do want to give a quick shout out to FKA, Forks Karting Association.
Yes.
I finally got to see some racing last night, and boy, I tell you what, Kenny and the whole crew over there, they do a fantastic job. I pulled up and I'm like, holy buckets! I look at all the cars here.
Yeah,
and I go to Kenny. I said, "Is this a big night?" And he says, "No, it's been like this all year."
Yeah, the only thing different last night was championship night.
Yeah,
that's the only thing different. I wish I could have went. I just with this whole surgery thing. When I get home, I lay down. That's my thing I do, and hope to feel better here soon, so I can get out and do some more things. But look forward to get out to the racetrack this weekend for sure, and get back some normalcy and stuff, and see this World of Outlaws show is going to be amazing.
Yeah, you're going to be good to go?
I think so.
Okay, good.
I think so.
John, Amanda, spectacular resume. You're great for the sport. Glad you're having fun doing it. Keep up the great work. All right.
It's just nice to know people behind that. Like that, this show brings so many aspects of it. Like we talked this morning, we've shown the racers, we've shown the fire crew. Now we have Amanda on here showing what's this is what goes on. This is behind the scenes as we can get right here. Is she could tell us what's happening, what she does, and where she's at. And now you learn the story of Amanda, and you kind of appreciate more as a race fan, and more as me, I do too, of what she actually means to this sport, and then that shows it.
Yeah, and it would have been nice to get Steven in here, but then we would have had to worry about hair and makeup and all that stuff too. So
yeah, and then
he's going to be pissed at me now.
We'd have to get some human resource calls taken care of because that's just some stuff he does that aren't appropriate for TV and our Facebook Live events.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him on Saturday.
All right, so let's see now. Tonight, Norman County Raceway in Ada. NLRA late models are there along with mod stocks, sport mods, hobby stocks, Wissota mods, the legends. Tomorrow night, of course, World of Outlaw sprint cars, NLRA late models here at River City Speedway. Saturday in Devil's Lake, they've got pure stocks, Wissota street stocks, Wissota Midwest mods, Western Renegade non-wing sprints. Got a whole bunch of racing going on over the next 3 days. Ooh. Also tomorrow afternoon, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sammy Swindell will be along with Mark Dobmeyer and with some Dobmeyer merchandise. So feel free to go get your picture taken with Mark and Sammy.
And Grand Forks Best Source will be there as well.
We will be. Yeah, that's right.
One more shout out before we forget. A quick thing that the Western Renegades are doing right now.
Okay.
They're giving you a chance to drive a sprint car at Devil's Lake.
Are you kidding me?
No. It costs $100.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to sign a waiver, and you get to drive a sprint car. If you ever want to know what it's like to drive a sprint car, they're giving you the option. Miles Tomlinson's heading this up with Nolan. They're amazing guys. Miles has been awesome doing this whole thing, Western Renegade thing. He's won quite a bit, freshly engaged. That guy is just amazing. I love talking to him. But they're throwing an option out now for guys if they want to try running that wingless sprint. You have an option now at Devil's Lake Speedway this weekend. All
right, and I did forget something. Don't forget the NLRA is in Jamestown on Saturday. Yeah, and Heather McDonald says we're all going to end up in a sensitivity seminar with Steven.
That's probably very true.
I love it.
Okay. You guys, thanks
Awesome.
for coming in. Amanda Jo Enright, one of the NOSA competition directors. And,
Thanks,
of course,
Amanda.
Chad Hoff. It's great to see you back and recovering.
Thank you, buddy.
And I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, of course. World of Outlaws here at the River City Speedway, the world-famous legendary bull ring. It's just, what a great week for racing.
It's awesome.
Keep your fingers crossed for the weather, all right?
Let's go.
All right, now we want you to be a Podbean Premium subscriber. It's cheap. It's $5. You'll be entered in drawings and giveaways for some great prizes. Just go to your Play Store, you download Podbean, search GFBS, hit follow, and buy premium, and you are all set. I'd like to give a special thanks today to the Spud Junior and the Spud Street Throwdown. You can celebrate the grand opening of the Spud Junior with an awesome party outside this Saturday from 6 to 11. Street's going to be blocked off for 3 great artists, Darian Lee, the Heat Seekers, and headliner Jared Neiman. Sold over 20 million albums. Come and celebrate with Justin and the crew at the Spud Street Throwdown. That'll be this Saturday at 6 o'clock, right in front of the Spud Junior in East Grand Forks. Well, tomorrow's show, we're talking about concussions and a little bit of sports vision. All kinds of studies going on. Dr. Bibendorf and a guy named Dima will be here. He's like Russian. Yeah. And make sure you like us, you share us, and you tag us for Grand Forks' best source, giving Grand Forks an identity again.